What's up fam? The Wolf is back with another movie review for you all. Today, we're talking about Avatar, The Way of Water. Whether you're a fan of the genre or just looking for a new film to watch, you won't want to miss my thoughts on this one. So, as always, grab some popcorn, hit play, and let's dive in. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join Varsity Squad and stay up to date on all my latest reviews. Let's go. Jake Sully lives with his newfound family that was created on the extrasolar moon Pandora. In order to defend their home, Jake must cooperate with Neytiri and the army of the Navi race as a recurring threat reappears to complete what had been begun. The movie opens with Jake Sully narrating his modest and tranquil life as chief of the Omaticaya Clan and raising a family with his wife, Neytiri. His family includes his sons Nadiam and Loak, his daughter Tuk, his adopted daughter Kiri, born from Grace Augustine's unconscious Navi avatar, and a human boy named Spider, the offspring of Miles Quaritch, who was born on Pandora but was unable to be brought to Earth in cryostasis. While Neytiri distrusts Spider because of his human heritage, Jake can embrace Spider as his adoptive son. However, despite Spider being a human, all the kids get along well with one another, even Kiri, who has a soft spot for him. Spider is more drawn to Navi culture and traditions than his human background. They go about their daily lives as usual until they suddenly spot an unusual star in the night sky. They are shocked to learn that it is an RDA spaceship carrying people who are colonizing Pandora and building a new main operations base, significantly harming Pandora in the process. Colonel Quaritch, who has been cloned into a Navi body and has had his memories from before his death uploaded, is one of the newcomers on the ship. Quaritch is therefore unable to recall his death at Jake's hands and is instead only able to recall the past and his vengeful mission to kill Jake. Jake directs a systematic guerrilla operation against the RDA supply lines, weakening them, to stop the RDA from abusing Pandora once more. Loak, who disobeys Nadiam and is anxious to demonstrate his prowess as a Navi warrior, tries to aid Jake in fighting during one of the operations but is injured. Jake saves him and teaches him not to put his own safety in peril by acting recklessly. That evening, as Jake was attending to his wounds, Neytiri gently reminded him not to be too harsh on Loak. Jake responded by expressing his concern as a parent for the security of his kids. Quaritch, who is upset over the retaliatory attack on the RDA supply lines, launches a quest to find Jake and kill him. Jake's kids journey deeper into the rainforest on a joyful expedition with Spider. They are unaware that Quaritch and his team are nearby, exploring the location where Quaritch finds his human remains. They are present, and a perceptive Loak observes and promptly alerts Jake. Jake's kids are taken prisoner by Quaritch's group after a skirmish breaks out. Most of them are released when Jake and Neytiri arrive in time, but Spider is captured by Quaritch, who recognizes him as his son. Within the ship, the RDA tries to force Spider to provide information about Jake, but she resists. Quaritch shifts tactics and addresses Spider as his son, while also providing more information about the Navi in exchange for Spider's freedom on his side. Spider educates Quaritch about Navi culture despite his reluctance and ignorance of his true purpose. Quaritch also had success training an ignorant flying creature to use as his vehicle. Jake persuades a reluctant Neytiri and his family to dissociate themselves from the Omaticaya Clan and relocate to the eastern seaboard of Metkayina, a coral reef island whose clan and way of life are tailored to Pandora's aquatic habitat, in order to protect their safety from the threat that Spider's knowledge of their whereabouts poses as well as to prevent another catastrophe. Jake abdicates his position as chieftain to his successor and departs for Metkayina with his family. When they arrive, they are welcomed by the clan chief Tonowari and his wife Ronal, who at first have their doubts about them. Jake, though, explains their predicament, and it is decided to let them stay and provide shelter. Jake and his family are mocked by certain tribesmen because of their genetic human heritage, but as they learn the traditions of the reef people, they gain the respect of the tribe. While Loak makes friends with Zarya, the daughter of clan leader Tonowari and his wife Ronal, Kiri is enamored with the underwater life of Metkayina and forms a spiritual relationship with the sea and its creatures. In the process of adjusting to their new surroundings, Loak fights with Tsaria's brother Onan after the latter makes a harsh remark about Kiri and him because of their mixed human ancestry. Jake corrects his son's behavior. Loak returns to apologize to Onan and his pals at Jake's persuasion. However, they seduce him into traveling into the Oculus domain, a hazardous sea predator, and abandon him there as payback. In an attempt to harm Loak, the Aquila. But Paikan, a Tulkun, a peaceful and intelligent type of cetacean, whom the Metkayina regard as their spiritual family, saves Loak and becomes his companion. When Loak and Paikan are able to converse by signing, the latter removes an old harpoon head from the beast's right fin. Following his return to Metkayina, Chief Tonowari requests that Onan apologize to Loak for misleading him. However, Loak accepts responsibility for his actions, earning Onan's friendship. Additionally, he is informed that Paikan is an outcast within his race. While visiting a branch of the Tree of Souls to meet her mother, Kiri links with it but experiences a terrible seizure. Ronal heals her, but when Jake asks Norm Spellman and Max Patel for assistance, Quaritch is able to find them in the Reef people's home archipelago. He hijacks a whaling ship that is hunting Tulkuns in order to collect their brain enzymes for use in developing anti-aging treatments, bringing Spider along with him. Quaritch tells the whaling crew to wantonly kill the Tulkuns in order to bring Jake out before he begins mercilessly interrogating the local tribes about Jake's whereabouts. When Loak mentally connects with Paikan, he discovers that the Tulkun was expelled because he disobeyed his species rules and attacked the whalers responsible for his mother's death. When the Metkayina hear about the Tulkun killings, Loak and his siblings Tsaria and Onan leave to warn Paikan. They discover Loak, Kiri, and Suk being held captive by Quaritch, and Paikan being pursued by the whalers. Jake, Neytiri, and the Metkayina headed out to confront the humans since their children were in danger. Jake is forced to submit by Quaritch, but when he realizes that his soul brother is in danger, Paikan fights the whalers, starting a conflict that leaves the majority of the crew dead and seriously damages the ship, leading it to sink. Loak and Spider are saved by Neytiri, who is then fatally shot. Jake is up against Quaritch, who is holding Kiri prisoner. Quaritch initially rejects his kid when Neytiri does the same to Spider, but changes his mind after Neytiri cuts Spider on the chest. As the ship sinks, Jake, Quaritch, Neytiri, and Suk get trapped inside. As Loak and Paikan rescue Jake after he chokes Quaritch to unconsciousness, Kiri conjures water monsters to assist her in rescuing Neytiri and Suk. Spider locates Quaritch and saves him, but after seeing how cruel Quaritch was to the Na'vi and how he prioritized killing Jake's family over being his father and being a good man, he decides to leave Quaritch and return to Jake's family. Jake and his family decide to permanently reside with the Metkayina following Neytiri's funeral. Well, that's a wrap on today's review. Thank you for tuning in and joining me as we discussed Avatar, The Way of Water. I hope my thoughts on the film were helpful and gave you a better idea of whether it's worth checking out or not. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed the video, and leave a comment with your own thoughts on the movie. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join the Wolf Pack for more movie reviews and discussions. Bye.